This is Hostel Bob Travel Podcast. Hey yo,
Yeah.
this is my man Jay Lucas. My man Jay Lucas is a professional wrestler, a professional goddamn man, straight from New Orleans, right?
Yes, sir.
Straight from New Orleans, been living in Georgia, doing the WWA 4, doing the pro wrestling thing, and he even took his ass all the way to fucking Peru. And he did Peru, Colombia, and then he said Cancun was in that
Yep.
trip.
On the way back.
Let me just light this thing up. Look, bro, are we blue? We're blue, dude. You're. It's fucking hard to do this whole wrestling thing, and you're still like, for example, I'm sitting here at the farm of my parents. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And you're like all the way out here from like New Orleans, like, and you're fucking like doing Uber in between jobs, like making it happen, still doing these GCW trips, like still like doing all the things that you need to do to be a good wrestler,
Yeah.
like, and that for one, I wanted to like just first state and like congratulate you on, and like just let the people understand like that shit is hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
shit is hard. Like when I had like my own bills to pay, like I was an alcoholic, but I there would be like none of this. There would be none of this. There would be like barely paying the rent and like going to drink and trying to do my thing. So like, can you speak on your discipline a little bit, bro? Because that shit is great to me, man.
Yeah, man. I
Put it
mean,
close.
like you said, it's hard to do this wrestling thing and try to balance life. You know what I mean? Your personal relationships and your wrestling relationships and things like that.
Yeah.
And then you add all the travel that we do on top of that, and it's kind of hard. It was a little bit harder when I first started to kind of like manage the little bit of money I had coming in.
You did that thing. You kind of saved up a little bit and came out.
Yeah, so I think for about 6 months, while I was still in college before I actually moved to Atlanta to start wrestling, I was doing like DoorDash, and I was like, selling, some stuff on campus, to make a little bit of money and things like that. I was pretty much doing anything I could, man, to try to save up the money I could um to pay for the wrestling school and things like that. And it was I would say that was the easiest part. You feel me? Trying to grind for that little bit of money to pay for wrestling school. And now it's like, I mean, it's hard. Like you said, I've been in between jobs, for like the last year, just trying to make ends meet. I got to pay rent, but thankfully, I don't have any real bills yet, like real adult bills. You know what I mean? I don't have no kids. So it's a little bit easier in that aspect. But yeah, I'm still trying to find like the discipline and the schedule I need to, actually, make things a little bit easier on myself.
Man, that I mean, it ain't for everybody, but that whole like, my bad, that whole driving thing, it's there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's there. Like, I know, like, I'm one of those people that's fully aware of all the risks that I take.
Hmm.
So I know that, like, I try to minimize that for my means of making money if I'm blessed to be able to.
Yeah.
But, bro, there was a time where I had booked tickets to Guatemala, and I had 9 days, 10, 11, 12 days before I went to
Hmm.
Guatemala for 9 days, and I had like $0 and just Uber Eats did like $400 something and like
Yeah.
struggled through it. Like I took a like some Apple Jacks with me,
Hmm.
So that I'm so you get that shit too, man. That's awesome, bro. Like you know that it's out there for sure. Like, and not to, sorry, I'm going on a personal tangent
Yeah.
because
Nah, you
like
good.
these
Yeah.
the things that I do, I can't preach
Hmm.
because cause I don't have a lot, but like I have a place to lay my head, close to where my job is, close to where the pursuit of my dreams are,
Hmm.
with resources and somebody to pick me up if my car breaks down, type
Right.
shit.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And so for that reason, I'm less inclined to be like, you can go to fucking Peru and you can live in Mexico for this long and like you can do that and like yada 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 yada. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like, if I could act like, what, why do you feel about that shit? Like, what, I mean, to each their own. Like, everybody's not for everything, but to people that
Hmm.
like make excuses about like, especially people that make excuses about like being in the country and not being able to like, you can go do Uber Eats, bro.
Right.
The guy I've seen the people driving the little motorcycles with the bags on the back,
Yeah,
those are not dream chasers. You know what I mean? In
yeah,
Peru, those are people who need to feed buy eggs for their baby. You know what
right,
I mean? So
right.
like, what does that say? What is what do you got for that? You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, people just have to find whatever works for them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like you were saying, you can't tell people to, you can't preach what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because the
yeah.
lifestyle that you
My bad.
live in
What's that?
works for
You
you.
do what I do plus 1,000, whatever the fuck you're in it, plus $1,000 a month. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So like
yeah,
that's another level. You know?
yeah, yeah. And I mean, like I said, it's hard, bro. Like there's a lot of days where, like you said, like once I pay my rent and I'm trying to travel for these shows on the weekend, bro, I have like $20 left over. You know what I mean? I got to try to travel with that. So, I mean, it's really difficult, but I will say, going to like Peru and Colombia and watching the way those people lived and the things that they had to do to make ends meet, bro, it opened my eyes to truly how blessed I am. You know what I mean, in this country. You know, even with all the things wrong with it, we have it way better than a lot of people have it. You know what I mean? I don't think we really understand the level of that. And
Nah, nah, they don't. And that's another thing that I try to stay. I don't stay away from it as much as I maybe should, but
mhm.
and it's like again, you have a better leg to stand on than I do for that same type of shit because like yeah, okay, I've only seen that because of I'm working my ass off, but I've only seen that because of the benefits that I have in life a lot of times. You know what I mean? So
Right,
I also
right.
try to refrain from like, but yeah, motherfuckers do not get it, bro. Yeah, they do not get it. What's a we'll start your story kind of from the beginning, but what's one example of that before we start, and then I'll get off like teaching people lessons and shit.
One example of
Just like something that you take for granted that you didn't even know, like the amount of like how much money people make in Peru, or like the way kids will come up to you and like yada yada, just something that spoke to you
oh
about what we were just speaking about.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, what really opened my eyes to it was how far the U.S. dollar went in those countries. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, and how much it was worth, bro. And I think we ate. I think the first day we were in Peru, we ate like 3 meals, and I think I might have spent maybe like $10.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that I was like, bro, like I can't find one meal for $10 in the States. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that really opened my eyes to like just really how good we got it, man. It's hard out there, and you know, even people that live in like I'm from New Orleans, so I mean, New Orleans
Rough, dude.
is a poor city. You know what I mean? Like dirt poor, like people living in shacks and stuff like that. Like I got a cousin, um, who for about 2 3 years she lived in the back of some guy's, you know what I mean, backyard, like the back of his house in the shack, like where he kept his tools and stuff at. But even that was better than some of the places I seen people living in South America. So it's like we take that for granted. You know what I mean? That comfort that we really have in this country, bro, is crazy.
It's unreal. It's unreal. So this trip you went on a trip to Peru, Colombia, Peru, and Mexico for pro wrestling, right?
Hmm.
All right.
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
about even like how I know pretty much exactly what happens with it, but tell me how you got it, how you why the fuck you decided to go wrestle in those countries? How you got inspired to do that? How'd you get there? How'd
Um,
you get there?
so obviously you know the wrestler Ariel Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Um, he's been making those journeys for like the last decade. You know what I mean? And he told me that he was gonna head out there for maybe like he was going out there for I think maybe like 4 weeks. You know what I mean? Touring South America and things like that. And he came and asked me if I wanted to do it. And honestly, I wasn't really too sure about it at first. You know what I mean? Because I had never like I had been out of the country. I went to like Jamaica and stuff like that with family, but
Cruise or you went with?
um, now it wasn't a cruise. We flew out there. We stayed at like a resort for a couple of days, but I had never been out of the country without my family. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I was really debating like, you know, how was I gonna make this work? You know, with
Was that at first? Was there a big doing it alone thing? I mean, you're not alone technically, but like
yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah,
that's huge for a lot of people, man.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
doing.
yeah. It was like that was like a big step for me. I was probably like 21, 22 years old
Mm,
at the time, so it was like that was a big step for me to go out of the country without my family, you know, and I knew I had to pay my own way out there. And, you know,
mm,
once I traveled with the group, you know what I mean? But once you're out there, it's like it's on you to have the resources you need to I don't want to say survive, but
Yeah,
basically that. And
survive, bro.
yeah, and yeah. So I really just wanted to go just to say I did it. You know what I mean? Because where I'm from, New Orleans, I know people they haven't even been to Mississippi. You know
They
what
ain't
I
going to
mean?
Peru.
Yeah, yeah,
They ain't
yeah,
going
yeah,
to Peru.
yeah.
No,
So just to say that I'm a kid from New Orleans, bro, and I got to wrestle in Peru. You know what I mean? That was really something I couldn't pass up.
very cool. Did y'all did you travel on the same flights and shit with them? I know we try to do that sometimes. That's I could never.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like to
yeah.
fly. I love to fly alone, but I bet that made you feel a little bit more comfortable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That was definitely yeah, we all I think it was about four of us in total. We all flew on the same flight. I'm pretty sure we flew to I want to say Fort Lauderdale
Yeah, yep,
in
yep.
Florida. And I think we had maybe like a 40-minute layover, bro. So we were like speeding it.
Y'all are rich.
Yeah, yeah, bro. We was cutting
Hard
it close.
it.
Yeah, we was cutting it
Dude,
close, man.
Ariel Von Gogh is insane, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the fucking the if I wasn't filming, I would show you the fucking the schedule he just sent me. He's doing before Mexico.
Uh-huh.
It's like one day Colombia, one
Yeah.
day Bolivia, one day Ecuador, and
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
like,
that's
no,
hard, bro.
bro,
It's intense.
he's a
Yeah.
gangster, bro.
Yeah,
He's a
it's
fucking
intense, bro.
gangster.
So
Just things like 40-minute, bro. If you're listening to this, do not ever. I am assuming it was Spirit.
I think so, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
especially not over Frontier. Don't get any layover on Frontier ever, ever,
Oh
ever, ever,
no,
ever,
no
ever, ever,
indeed.
ever, ever. No layovers on Frontier. No
No
layovers.
indeed.
Period. But the international, the Fort Lauderdale to go international, you need 2 hours. Like you need some time, bro. They might
Yeah.
need to put some air in that tire. They might need a 40-minute layover. This man sent 4 people an itinerary for a 40-minute layover. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Fort Lauderdale. Sorry.
And
I'm
nah,
a little
God forbid,
energetic.
like if you flying Frontier, every time I done flew Frontier, especially this year, when we landed, they didn't have a gate. So we had to sit like 20 minutes for a gate. So imagine if that happened. Now we got like 20, 25 minutes to get to, where we got to get for our next flight. But yeah, we landed in Fort Lauderdale, man. We running through the airport trying to make it for the next flight. Because I think we landed at like, I want to say like 8:15, 8:30. And I think the next flight took off at like 9:10. So we running through the airport, bro. Like, but thankfully we made it. We made it. And from Fort Lauderdale, we flew into
Who was with
Bogota.
you?
It was Van Gogh, Blackjack Mac, and King Cole.
King
King Cole in the
Cole.
building.
King Cole.
Biatch.
God
Yeah.
damn. So you got King Cole. That's the stuff of my nightmares, bro. Running through the fucking. God, I love
Yeah.
you, King Cole. Running through the airport with King Cole.
King Cole, man. And
Nah.
it's like when bro first started, like he was, I want to say like a month or two, maybe 3 months into training. So he was flying out to Peru for his first match.
Fuck yeah,
Oh
bro.
God.
Fuck yeah, bro. And I don't want to say that, like, but they're used to like me and like Ariel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, but they know too, man. Like, anyways, that's crazy. So you and Ariel, you and 4 men
Yep.
are running across the airport.
Yeah, we run across the airport. Thankfully, we made the flight, and then we flew into Bogota, and we made it there. The flight to Bogota was a little rocky with the turbulence, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, like on the descent, it was a little rocky, and I don't like planes. I hate planes. Like I hate planes. Wrestling is the most I've ever flown in my life. Like I hate getting. I'd rather drive. You know what I
Well,
mean? And yeah, so that turbulence on the way down that had me a little scared. I ain't gonna lie.
you weren't crazy about the turbs.
Mm-mm.
Was there any duct tape or anything like that?
Duct
I know
tape.
I've seen that in foreign flights. I know going from Fort Lauderdale to somewhere else, you're gonna get a pretty American plane,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't see nothing weird like that.
Nah, nothing crazy like that. Um, I think when we flew to Peru, I think we used an airline. I think it's called like Latinum Airlines or something
Oh,
like that.
Latom's fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Latom's
yeah, yeah,
fire.
yeah, yeah. It was a
Oh,
pretty
okay,
nice.
Latom's fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
It was a pretty nice airline, and
From Fort Lauderdale to Peru. Oh, we've never mind. You went flew to Peru.
yeah, yeah. We spent the one
Yeah.
night in Colombia, then we flew to Peru the next day.
What was customs for Colombia like?
honestly, bro, it was a little chill. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah,
I was thinking it was gonna be like a lot of people like yelling stuff in like Spanish that I didn't know.
yeah.
But no, it was pretty easy to be honest with you. I say it was a lot easier being with Ariel because he could speak, a pretty good amount of
Did
Spanish.
y'all go up as a group?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
god,
All four of us.
dude, that's probably better, man. I've been pulled aside and searched a lot just because going solo is kind of weird
Hmm.
to other people. It's weird.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it was pretty good. Nobody got searched, nothing like that. They didn't stop us coming through customs. That was pretty easy. And but that ride from the airport to our Airbnb in Colombia, bro, it was great. I was just looking out the window and seeing all these buildings and
What does it smell like, bro?
this, bro. It was like I
What
don't
them?
know. It's
What
just
you ever get
this.
behind one of them buses?
Yeah, yeah. But nah, the craziest thing for real, bro, was the way people drive out there.
Mm,
Like it's down there like lawless, bro. Like people swerving, cutting in and out of lanes like real close. Like I was having panic attacks in every car we got in.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But nah, it was nice seeing like the buildings and the different architecture and stuff like that. Um, being from New Orleans, you see a lot of unique like because uh a lot of the buildings are like from like the 1800s, like still standing and stuff like that. Like they renovate them and
New
stuff like
Orleans.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of the buildings are old. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of French architecture and stuff like that. So I see a lot of different things. But seeing the buildings out there in South America, that was pretty cool. And yeah, man, the air was just it felt warmer out there. The sun felt like it hit your skin different. You know what I mean?
That air just full of whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But nah, bro, it was honestly beautiful.
When I first started seeing buildings in Latin, I've never been to Colombia, but when I first started seeing buildings in Latin America, that's when I realized, like, oh, you just stack bricks on top of one another.
Yeah,
You know, and that's like the wall.
yeah,
That's a wall. Like if everything here is like cut, I can't see any bricks on anything.
hmm
You know, like, and if you do, they're like the fancy whatever bricks.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, they just make flat concrete and then build walls with
hmm
fucking bricks and
Yeah. Also, they had a lot of graffiti and stuff like that. You don't really see. I mean, you see graffiti in the states, but like they had it damn near on like every fucking wall.
really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a lot of pictures of it in my phone and stuff like that, bro. So that was pretty cool to see.
But yeah, where'd y'all go to? Right, directly to like a room or whatever. Y'all shared a room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We shared. We had an Airbnb. Um, it was kind of cool. I think it was maybe like 2 or 3 bedrooms. Um, I took like this cool, like they had like, um, it was kind of like a little wooden platform. It was kind of built like a cot. You know what I mean? So they just had like a little pad on it, and it was on the window, so it had like a nice view of the city and stuff like that.
Oh
So I kind
shit,
of slept on there for the night. That was kind of cool, bro. I never seen something like that.
that's a crazy view to be sleeping out of. How much was the room? Do you know?
Uh,
Or promoter
no.
wasn't trying to tell you.
Nah, I don't even know how much it cost because Ariel he took care of the room for us.
'Cause, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, he took care of the Airbnbs and stuff for us while we were out there. We really just had to get the flight, and he gave us like a meal a day and stuff like that, so we were pretty good.
a meal a day. I'm just kidding. He always took care of me too.
Yeah.
He always took care of me too, man. What'd y'all do that night?
Um. Honestly, we just checked out the city and stuff like that. We just walked around. Um. We went to the what do they call it? The red light district. Yeah, yeah, we went out there, but that was crazy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, 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 yeah. It get wild down there, bro.
What were they talking about?
Uh, I mean, I don't want to get too into detail, you know.
What was King Cole doing?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. King Cole was lit. King Cole was lit, bro. He was like the life of the party. I wasn't expecting it.
Who stayed sober?
Uh,
You?
honestly, no, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't that big of a drinker, bro. But I was having a little bit of fun while we was out there. I ain't gonna lie. I think Ariel was the one who kind of, since he was basically like the tour guide, he kind of
He
stayed,
kind of stayed a little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
sober.
yeah.
I remember one time I went out with him and the fucking Globetrotter dude.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Fucking, I don't know,
He
but he's
wrestling like
wrestling.
Chicago and stuff
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
wrestling in damn Antarctica.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that the guy who's wrestled in like every country
Uh huh.
continent for real.
Oh snap.
He was in he was in Peru. He was booked on the show. We weren't booked on. But anyways, dude,
Mm.
they went out and they went. I don't know if y'all get to Pisco Sours later. Pisco
Yeah.
Sours,
Yeah. Yeah.
dude. I didn't want to drink, and they
Mhm.
both had one, and they both kind of split mine. And bro, I just like look up from my phone, and they're toast, dude. They're
Yeah.
toast loud, and they're black, dude. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, the Peru, no, like
Yeah.
we're gonna be. I'm gonna stay sober. Like I
Yeah.
got it. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm scared to. I'm scared of the consequences of being drunk here with myself. I still drink from
Mm.
time to time, but
Mhm.
I don't yet. But yeah, that's scary, bro. Do
Yeah.
you think about like how scary that is to just be drunk like that in a town like that?
Yeah. 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 Cause I don't know, man. I'll be like, if I'm in a different environment, I don't really like to, put my guard down, a
I
lot.
know, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to stay vigilant and things like that. But so I ain't get too turned up,
yeah,
while we was out there. Um, I did have my fun though.
yeah.
But I'm telling you, those pisco sours, bro, you probably only need like two of them, and
Oh,
you good.
Pisco's great, dude.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I think I heard they use like egg white to like do the foam at the top or something like.
Oh, and the actual
Yeah,
bars and shit,
yeah, 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 yeah.
dude. The red light district in fucking. Oh yeah, because Ariel told me like a deeper story about that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
funny. Y'all might have got in a little trouble, dude. I just can't, bro. I got some shorties at this
Mhm.
point, but
Yeah.
I never get anything the first go around. Like make
Mm.
connections because I don't dip it. Really, I've only dipped in that like once or twice.
Yeah, yeah,
But like, but the next time you come around, you can make like connections and shit. So what was that just like y'all decided to make that the plan because of like the stopover and yada yada, the tickets are to Colombia are cheap, like that type of shit?
yeah, 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 yeah. The flight from Colombia to Peru was pretty. I think it was easier to fly to Peru from Colombia.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So it was definitely cheaper to fly out of Colombia to Peru.
You just went to Bogota?
Yeah, we just chilled in Bogota. He was saying if we had more time, we probably would have went to Medellin.
Yeah.
That would have been cool because I watched the show Narcos on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pablo Escobar show, bro. So I really did want to go to Medellin. I still want to put that on the list and probably travel there to maybe one of the times he goes the next time.
Bogota's a big city, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not sure if it's the capital or not, but
I don't think so either.
pretty sure it's
I
like
don't
one of
know. I
the.
think it is.
Yeah, but it's definitely one of the biggest cities. But it was a great time out there.
Were there people that weren't Colombian there?
Um, I think we might have met maybe like two or three people. I think one person was from Philly, and then the two other people, I think they're from somewhere on the West Coast. But yeah, yeah, yeah. We met a couple Americans, but other than that, it was really just Colombians.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. Y'all flew out the next day,
Mhm.
straight to Peru.
Yeah, straight to Peru.
All right, what was that flight like?
That flight was pretty easy. I think it was probably like an hour, hour and a half.
On Latam?
Yeah, yeah.
Latam's great, dude.
Yeah, so it was pretty easy. Soon as we landed, we went to go do training with some of the Peruvian wrestlers down there.
Okay.
I think that was like maybe like 11 a.m. And the ring they had, it was really like just like the little hex pads,
Bro,
like styrofoam.
puzzle pieces.
Yeah, the puzzle pieces, bro. Yeah,
Oh my god, dude, tell him about it.
yeah, bro. And bumping on that, it was, bro. I'm telling you, that was like the hardest bumps I ever taken. And I wrestled in a boxing ring, bro. And
Talk
I think
about
that,
God bless America, dude.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, bro. Them fucking canvases and shit. It ain't
Peru,
nothing. It ain't nothing nice out there.
Peru rings are rough for sure. All of them, man, dude, they're like most of the foreign rings besides like Chile
Hmm.
are just God bless them.
Yeah.
They're trying, dude. They're working on it. But yeah, it's like the puzzle pieces, like right on top of. Send me some pictures if you can. I got some old pictures of like, was it the place that's like in the slums? Basically, they just put up a ring at the park.
Yeah, at the park. Yeah, 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 yeah. And they had like kids playing soccer and shit like that.
Yeah, that neighborhood is like crazy dangerous at night.
Oh, it is?
San Miguel, is that where? Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, snap. He didn't even tell us that.
No,
He didn't tell us that. I guess he didn't want us to like freak out or nothing like that.
Did y'all feel danger at any time?
Nah, bro, it was
No,
chill.
it's
Like the
chill,
people
right?
were nice and stuff
Peru's
like
great.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Peru's great. Would you?
We took a picture with the guy. It had like a security guard there to open the gate.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
holds it
yeah,
down, bro.
yeah, 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 yeah. He knew we were wrestlers and stuff like that. We took a picture with him, so everybody was pretty welcoming.
They're so grateful, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them, they can't go to America, bro. Especially in Peru. Peru's like a
Hmm.
particularly hard place because like there's no weird like program,
Hmm.
and it's not like close. It's not like it's Mexico or Guatemala where it's just
Yeah.
is geographically like if you're gonna get smuggled, you might as well get a fucking citizenship. You know what I mean? Like Peru's rough. Yeah, a lot of those people ain't getting out, but it's a little Peru's stable.
Hmm.
It's an interesting thing. Like the money's been the same every time I've went.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
There's never been like a Argentinian like money crisis in
Hmm.
Peru. I don't think. So how was training?
Uh, Training was pretty cool, bro. All the wrestlers they were eager to learn. You know what I mean? Because they don't really get to train and wrestle often. Because a lot of them were training maybe like once a month. You know what I mean? They were traveling from all over the country to come and train in Bogota. I mean in
Lima,
where
Peru,
was it?
Lima, Peru.
Yeah, Lima,
Yeah.
in Lima, and yeah, so it was really cool. One thing I'll say, bro, it was hot, like the humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that sun hit different out there, and the puzzle pieces, bro, they were so hot. Like you were bumping on it, bro. All our backs were like burned and stuff like that after training. But no, it was pretty cool, man. Honestly, they really wanted to learn from us. They were really nice and grateful for everything that we were, just giving them small things to learn and things like that. And yeah, bro.
They don't. It's so interesting how people in South America like learn wrestling or what their impression of wrestling is. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, because it's not like it's all coming from whether it be Mexico, whether it be Japan, whether it be the United States. It's all just other little influences coming in and like kind of piecing it together and like figuring it out. And they'll have sometimes bring in people from Mexico, but they don't have like a lot of money for that shit.
Yeah, nah.
They don't have. I mean, what are they gonna do if you think wrestling doesn't make money here?
Right, right, right. I mean, the show that we did there, man, I don't even think they got paid
No, hell no.
because they paid us maybe like I want to say like maybe like $50, and but that was like all their budget was going
Yeah,
to us, and
that's crazy.
those guys are basically just wrestling just for the love of the game.
Shit. Right. Right. But in Chile, it's big, bro.
Hmm.
It's so interesting. And y'all went out that night. What did you do after that?
So that night, we had to. Well, first we had to get King Cole back to the Airbnb. We had to carry him up the stairs because
Dude, his face is gonna be all over this video, bro.
no, for real, bro.
Biatch!
He was like the highlight of the whole trip. Every day it was something new.
Oh man, yeah. Tell me. All right, yeah. Let's keep me. Let's just stay on the topic of King Cole. No, I'm just kidding. No, what happened? All right, so you after training and shit, you can't get up the stairs.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Was he able to get up the stairs previously?
after the show that we had, he blew out his knee.
I forgot.
Yeah, I don't want to put all his business out there like that, but
Oh man, God bless him. His knee's better than ever now, dude.
yeah, 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 but yeah, he got injured during that match, so we had to carry him up the stairs of the Airbnb. I'm telling you, it's like 3 different flights of stairs, bro. We got to carry. He like 280, you know what I mean? So it's just me and Blackjack carrying him up the stairs,
Oh
dog.
my God.
Yeah, but yeah, we get him to the Airbnb. We all shower up and we start thinking about what to do, and we end up going to like a little nightclub,
All
and
right.
yeah, 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 and we show up maybe an hour before they were about to close, and we pull up, and they was telling us we couldn't get in because apparently, like, I think the hour before they closed, they stopped letting people in.
Yeah.
So we sat in the line for maybe like 30 minutes, and then we finally get to the front. They were like, no more people. So I'm like, damn. So eventually, two of the guys they come out and they tell Ariel that they could take us to another club that they had, and he was like,
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
yeah, he was
This is gonna
like,
be good. Yeah,
yeah,
y'all fucked up already. Anyways, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they said they could take us to another club, but it was like further out into the city, and it was a pretty dangerous area again. You know what I mean? And I think it was maybe like 15 minutes from the spot we was already at. So we get there and we pull up, and the guys are like, okay, we here. And we're looking, we don't see no buildings, like there's no doors or nothing like that. It's all just it's like just fences and gates. You know what I mean? And we get out and we knock on the fucking gate, and these guys pull it open. Boom. And they had like six security guards. I'm talking about like they're all like 6'2", like 230. You know what I mean? It's dark as hell. And the one guy comes out, I guess he was like the manager of the club or whatever. And he had to check all our IDs. He had to pat us down. We had to check in and stuff like that. And we get into the club, and at first it looked like they don't have nobody in there. And then all of a sudden it's like 50 girls pop out of nowhere and they're surrounding us. You know what I mean? And it was kind of
I've heard these stories.
yeah. Now I don't want to get too into detail, but it was like surrounding us, like, and it was like, like pick me, stuff like that.
Pick me, pick me.
Yeah,
Vote,
bro,
vote,
we
vote
just
for
like,
me. Vote for me.
yeah, we like, man, what the hell is going on? And yeah, that was kind of crazy. But
How'd you get out of that?
long story short, they were kind of trying to get us to, spend way more, money than you should. They were basically trying to con us, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we probably stayed in there for like 10 minutes, and then we're like, okay, we gonna leave. We didn't know what type of situation we was in. They had all these fucking security guards in there, so we need to get out of the situation now. You know what I mean? So we end up getting out of there. We get a taxi, and we end up heading back to the Airbnb, and we left King Cole behind, so he was just chilling at the Airbnb this whole time, bro.
Oh, he didn't go to the club.
Yeah, nah, he couldn't walk, so we just left him there.
Oh, damn.
He was like, "Yeah, I'll just hang back, and shower up and try to ice my my knee or whatever." So we was like, "Okay, cool."
God damn! Imagine if King Cole was there.
Yeah, nah, bro. He couldn't. We had to carry him around the whole time.
Dude, but you know what, man? I bet 9 times out of 10, y'all would have been some balling Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just three dudes out looking for fucking some fun. I'm sure y'all were dressed up or whatever. 9 times out of 10, somebody would have paid them prices. But y'all were just y'all don't even think about that. Y'all were just looking out for a good night or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh wow, that is expensive. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but dude, I've even just heard people on the phone at the airport talking about shit like that. Like, bro, you're not some motherfucker from New York. Imagine those 3 New York motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, balling with chains and stuff. Like, it would have been easy. So my point is, it's y'all's fault. No, y'all just did. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Would y'all just kind of just left? Like, you didn't have to do any ducking and dodging and.
Nah, we just got up out of there, bro. We told Arrow to tell him we weren't interested, and yeah, we just got up out of there, bro, as fast as we could.
Man, that's a travel tip. Don't trust the club guy that wants to go to the other club.
Yeah.
Whew. But were there other clubs out there? No, it was just a fucking whore farm.
I'm not sure how many they had out there. That was just a couple places that Ariel knew already, and yeah, we kind of just went to wherever he said was cool.
What were the stores like?
Sorry?
Did you do what were the grocery stores like? Did you go to the little corner stores and shit?
Yeah, they had this wrestler named Diego out in Peru. And him and his wife, they kind of showed us around. They had some big stores, bro. Like the stores are huge. Like,
oh, them big ass fucking grocery stores.
Yeah. It was like a superstore. Yeah.
Kennedy Park.
I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, but Miraflores.
Yeah.
So that's a good area for sure. I bet y'all would have fun if y'all would have just fucking stayed in Miraflores and just got lit.
Yeah.
That'd have been a really good time for everybody.
Yeah.
Were them clubs that you weren't able to get into at Miraflores? Like that little
Um,
strip, or did y'all go somewhere else?
Now we went somewhere else. I'm not sure what city it was in.
Oh, Barranco.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. Barranco's pretty fucking safe normally too, but yeah, they can drag you somewhere else.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Damn. Barranco's nice though.
Yeah,
Did y'all get in anywhere at Bronco? Is that where you had the pisco
uh,
sours?
no, no, no. We had the Pisco Sours in Miraflores.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because the second night we went out to Miraflores, there was like this. I want to say it was like an outdoor mall area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the beach and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll put
yeah,
it on the
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have like the balcony you can look over at the beach and stuff like that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Budget travel tip there, dude. There's a KFC, and
Hmm.
there's like a KFC slash Papa John's in that motherfucker. And you can get like a 75-cent ice cream and just sit right here, bro. And like that famous view with the ocean and the road and all that shit
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You can just sit and eat $1 fucking ice cream and watch the best view ever and like the
Oh,
AC and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Fire. Fire. That shit is cool. Peru's badass, bro.
Yeah, it is, bro. It was beautiful.
So that was your how many days did you stay there?
I think it was. I think we stayed 2 days.
You stay any weird toilets?
Um.
Or you saved it for the Airbnb? Oh,
Uh.
tell us about the toilet paper. Tell us about the shit tickets. Tell us about the
Oh.
trash cans. Tell us about the trash cans. I don't know. This gets skipped over so much because like to travelers, it's like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. Like next time you go to Peru, you won't even think about it probably. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
will, but like you're like, I'm in Peru. It smells weird. Like I'm probably, you know what I mean? Just
yeah,
everything kind
yeah,
of comes together or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But people just don't
So
talk about it a lot. Yeah, the
yeah.
shit
So when
tickets.
you yeah. So when you go to the bathroom, you take a shit, right? You can't fucking flush the toilet paper at
Yeah, at
all. You know what I
hostels, there's
mean?
signs everywhere. Was there one
Yeah.
at your Airbnb or did Ariel tell you?
Nah, yeah, yeah, yeah. The owner of the Airbnb, she told him to let everybody know not to flush. Um so basically you wipe yourself, bro, and then you throw it away in the trash can. It just sits there the whole
Just
time.
sits there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's gross, dude. It's gross, dude. It's part of it.
Yeah, bro, that was like one of those culture shock type of things, bro, because I was like I wasn't comfortable doing that shit at all, bro. It was like I ain't gonna lie, bro, that shit was disgusting.
Oh man. It takes some getting used to, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, I respect it. I mean, there's really nothing else you can do.
You ever forget?
What you
You
mean?
ever forget? Throw it in there.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Oh, sorry. I'll delete. I know this is weird and fucking dumb
Yeah.
as shit. I'll delete this if you want. But most people, it's like, don't delete the cartel footage, delete the drugs, and it's like, I'll delete the shit stuff if you want, bro.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You got it out, didn't you?
Nah,
You didn't
yeah,
get it
nah,
out.
hell
Fuck the
nah.
motherfucker. It's not every time. It's not gonna ruin it every time.
Yeah, yeah,
Every
yeah,
single person just can't shove toilet paper down there because they're the little tubes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
I just tried to. Whenever I put it in there, bro, I did it like as gently as I could, bro, to
Hmm.
make sure I got it in there.
And they had the floppy, the trash cans with the floppy thing, the
Yeah,
spinny guy,
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
which
top.
it makes sense at first, but when it starts getting full, it's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like,
oh
oh
man.
man.
Peru, what the electrical soccer? What other culture shock things you guys are on the top of your head?
Um, Let me see. Not drinking water out of the faucet.
Oh, you got to wake up and consciously think about water every day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Cause like usually when I wake up, I'll run the water and I'll just take some, put it in my mouth. You know what I mean, and
Oh
spit it
wow.
out. That
Yeah.
type of thing. They were like, "Hell no, don't do that shit out there." Yeah, the tap water's not safe to drink at all.
You do that for brushing your teeth?
I brushed it with a water bottle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Did you get sick?
Nah, I didn't get sick. I
No.
didn't get sick surprisingly. Nah.
Iron stomach. So I drink a gallon. I drink a bottle of water in Ecuador from the sink. And I didn't get
Mhm.
sick. I was at a hostel, and like most hostels have like refill. So I was like, y'all
Yeah.
have the refill water, and I'm like, they're like, yeah. and I just give it to them and go back. And then when I go back for a refill, I'm like, yeah, I'll get some water again. And this time I follow them, and they just
Yeah.
reach behind the bar and give it to me.
Oh.
I was good though.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
good though. I already had food poisoning in Argentina.
Oh, you did?
It was bad. I drank the water because you remember this. I don't know if you heard about the the currency is all fucked up back in the day. It's still fucked up, but it was
Yeah.
way more fucked up in like 2022 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I get there and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna change money. I didn't have an opportunity to change money, so my friend was helping me buy stuff for me, and it was like nighttime, and I forgot to go to the store, and I didn't exchange money yet, and I was sick of asking my friend for stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I don't got any water. So he had a pitcher of water, and he's like, here, because he doesn't think about it. He just offers it because he don't even think about it. And I just
Yeah,
drank out of
yeah.
that. It's fucked, dude. I wrestled like that. I wrestled with food
You wrestle
poisoning.
with food poisoning?
Dude, people are pussies, bro. I did everything with food poisoning, bro.
Yeah.
I did everything.
How was that
It
though?
was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. I either wrestled or did a seminar
Mm-hmm.
with food poisoning. I can't remember which one, but it just feels like, I don't know if you've had food poisoning. It just feels like something wants
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get out
yeah.
your. It's like you're something. It's trying to escape your belly. It feels like
Yeah.
it's like bam, bam, bam. It's like rubbing against the
Mm-hmm.
outsides of your stomach. You just gotta.
Keep puking and you feel all weak and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I got it again in Argentina the second time, but really I think I just like was eating a bunch of sausage and drinking a bunch of beer and like
Yeah.
that was really what it was more like. I just didn't feel good, you know.
Yeah.
But Tom, did you go to any KFCs? What'd you eat?
Um.
Did you get super local? Did you say fuck it and get some fucking Burger King and KFCs? Like,
Yeah.
what was your eating
So.
habits? What was your yeah? Were you like a snob about it? What
So
happened?
Ariel had like some. He had some local spots that he knew, and one of the first meals we had, it was like some type of chicken with it had like beets, like the purple beets.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah, 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 yeah. And
All
then
right,
it had like this fire ass soup. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, man, the food out there it was way more flavorful than the food in America.
I
You
want to
know
be
what
one
I
of those
mean?
guys, but it was clean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. And Ariel told us it was because they the food out there isn't processed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it is in America.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was like everything tasted way better than in America, bro. Like I remember we had fried chicken one time, and it was like the best fried chicken I ever had in my life.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. Um, they used like these special herbs and like spices and stuff in there, and it was like, I was like, man, I'll never get no chicken like this again.
Peru, man, I would like to ball out in Peru because like the a higher grade food they're super duper famous for. It's like worldwide one of the best, you know,
Yeah,
because like the Amazon's right there. Like Peru is one of the more developed places out there that has Amazon, you know, because
yeah.
the other developed places are like Chile and Argentina, kind of Argentina. Argentina sucks, but you know what I mean. So like Peru has got a crazy, or at least Anthony Bourdain said it did, like getting spices and fishes from the Amazon and like the Andes Mountains. You know, there's
Hmm.
all that shit going on. What did you get them like lunch specials, bro? You know what I mean?
You mean like with
Like a
the?
little bit like a little soup and like a plate and like a juice and like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
would
That's
you
kind
get?
of how it was at that at the first spot we went to. I can't remember exactly where it was. But we walked to it. It was about 15 minutes from our Airbnb, and Ariel ordered it, and it was like a plate. They had like this soup or whatever it was, and then whatever drink we want. I think I got like cranberry juice or something like that.
Aren't like all those soups always good, bro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fire, bro.
All
It
those
was
soups are
fire.
always good, bro. And it was probably super cheap. Even in like y'all in like the most expensive part in the whole country, and I bet
Hmm.
it was still pretty cheap.
Yeah, yeah. I think it might have been like maybe like $12 between the three of us
Yeah.
in USD.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
You said y'all stayed in Miraflores.
Sorry.
Y'all stayed in Miraflores. You said.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's the safe part. That's a place where somebody should go for their first time travel.
Hmm.
If you're gonna, especially somewhere like Peru, and then bounce off to like the Machu Picchu or what the fuck ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Miraflores and Lima is super duper fucking safe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is.
Hell yeah. Then what? Y'all went to Cancun after that. Was there anything else you want to say about Peru?
Um,
Any of the good meals? Did you eat the guinea pigs?
nah, I ain't eating nothing. I ain't eating nothing strange. I'm kind of a picky eater. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
um,
me too. But
I'm kind of.
so that's why I'll still try the shit though.
Hmm.
Like some weird shit. Like I mean, I hate vegetables or whatever, but like I'll still try that. Like when I got the guinea pig, I got guinea pig and also fried rice. So it's like I'll eat the
Oh
fried.
yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah,
you have
yeah, yeah.
Chifa food? The Chinese food out there?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Chinese food in Peru is fire, no?
Yeah, it is. It is. Um, I'm not even sure what some of the stuff that we ate was called, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I tried a couple things. You know what I mean? I didn't try nothing like weird, like guinea pig, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't say weird, but you know,
Yeah, no,
like that's not
yeah,
something you'll eat in America. You know what I mean?
right.
So, yeah, it was
No
pretty.
organs.
Yeah, nah, nothing like that.
You never ate organs. You never ate liver in New Orleans.
Nah, hell nah.
Heart's good, bro.
I
Heart's
had
like
like,
steak.
yeah, I had like some aunties who ate liver and stuff like that, but nah, that wasn't nothing I tried.
We're one generation removed from eating organ meat, bro. That's the best meat, supposedly. Heart's like steak, bro. All right, what was going to Cancun like? Because I ain't never really spent that much time in Mexico outside from doing the wrestling a little bit. So what was Cancun like for you? Because Mexico is distinctly corrupt for me, and
Yeah.
I haven't even spent that much time there. And I've been to all these other countries, but it just is so much more like corrupt. Like, what was it like getting there?
Um. Honestly, when we got there, it was pretty cool. We took an Uber from the airport. We went straight to our hotel. I think they had like a Hilton out there, and
Is it you and Blackjack?
yeah, it was me and Blackjack, and
Balling. Blackjack goes in, dude.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's my boy,
Blackjack goes in. Shout out Blackjack. Ew.
and
If I ever have like a long night out, like that's what I'm calling.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, and we checked into the hotel, and we chilled for about 20 minutes. And then we were like, we wanted to go out somewhere, just explore the city and stuff like that. So we got an Uber, and I can't remember exactly what the strip was called that we went to, but it was hella expensive, bro. It was like the fucking Americanized touristy area. You know what I mean? And I
Yep.
mean they had a lot of cool stuff. They had like clubs. They had like like the little wax museums. They had like a small like wax museum there and stuff like that.
Okay. What's a
Um,
wax museum?
huh?
What's a wax museum?
Like with celebrities and stuff, like the wax statues and stuff like
No
that.
way. I
Yeah,
mean, all
yeah,
right, okay.
yeah.
Cancun at the end of the trip is not the move.
Yeah, no, no, no. We were pretty broke at that time, bro. I think I might have had like $50 in my pocket. Blackjack might have had like $30, so we ain't really get to spend no money.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
Was it like a cheap route, or y'all want? Or did you also want to try to go to Cancun on the way home?
Um, yeah. It was cheaper to go to Cancun. And also a lot of the flights that they had, it would have had us landing at like 2 a.m. the next day. So we didn't really want to do that. I think we landed at Cancun at about 3 o'clock. So 3 p.m. So that was a little better. And yeah, I had never been to Cancun before, so I just wanted to check it out.
That's dope. Check that out with $50. That's balling. That's some
Yeah,
niche
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
bro. That's some. Yeah, I'll be on this. I'll be on my last dollar on these fucking trips too, bro. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
makes it a little more interesting. And also, like, bro, I can just walk around these places, dude, and just
Hmm.
take in like whatever the fuck the scenery is, you know. Damn, $50 in Cancun is crazy, man. What y'all find at McDonald's? Shout out to McDonald's.
Now they had like a Hawaiian spot there.
Oh, that'll be cheap.
So we kind of ate there. I just got like some quesadillas for like I think it was like $13. Yeah, kind of like American prices. You know what I mean? So
Dude, when I see American prices abroad, I'm just like,
yeah.
but then it's such like a weird like balance because like you want some kind of development, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like you can't like have nothing, but like, you want to be able to go to the store and all that. But then shit starts to become expensive, you know.
Yeah.
Cancun, my friends at the restaurant go there all the time, and they
Hmm.
just party and spend a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other shit out there though. There's like pyramids and fucking Aztec shit in
Hmm.
that type in that area.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't really get to do too much. We only had that one night there, so we really only had like a couple hours. So we just went to that one spot. Um, I mean, it definitely would have been better if we had a little bit more money to spend. You know what I mean? We could have actually had a little bit of fun and checked out a couple things.
And then
But
the airport would be expensive, bro.
yeah, yeah.
I like to have at least 50 for the airport.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, really, I don't really buy nothing from the airport when I go. Cause like in the airport, they be taxing for everything.
I know that's a good theory, but fuck, man, like you gotta go through
Yeah,
security. You can't take nothing in there.
I feel that.
But you know, dude, I love it when the Atlanta one if the McDonald's is open.
Mhm.
You know, right when you come up the fucking thing, there's like the little
Yeah.
circular area. There's like
Uh huh.
McDonald's and shit right there. Croissants are a good budget thing, bro,
Croissants.
because they're just like I don't know why bread's good like to fill up.
Mhm.
I'd stay away from bread unless I'm traveling, because when I'm traveling, I like need that shit.
Yeah.
I need that shit. Do you got anything else that stood out with like culture shock, and then some like travel tips you got, and like and/or things you might try to do different next time? I know it was like a. Did you feel sick of being around people? I know you weren't there for that long. Do you feel sick of being around people for that
Um.
long? And it's like a wrestling road trip time amount, really, so it ain't too
Yeah.
bad. And it was like epic, so
Not really in terms of like being sick of being around people, but I was kind of homesick a little bit. You know what
yep.
I mean? Yeah. I want to say maybe like the third day into the trip, I was kind of like, okay, I'm missing my bed and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But honestly, in terms of travel tips, I would say definitely beforehand save a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Because I was traveling out there really with my last dime.
Yep.
So
Excuse me. Sorry.
I couldn't really get to experience everything that I wanted to experience. Um, but in terms of culture shock, just the way people lived out there, like when you were walking around in the cities, people weren't really staring at their phones and stuff like we do in America. You walk outside, everybody looking at their phone and stuff like that. People were actually sitting down and talking to each other and stuff like that. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like real
Yep.
human connection and things like that. And yeah, it just showed me that even though they didn't really have a lot of money, you know what I mean? They weren't wealthy in that sense. You know what I mean? I feel like they were still enjoying, life better than we are in America.
Oh, dude, they're like for the barometer of like hippie quality of life. I would even
Yeah.
just call it quality of life.
Hmm.
Like they got it a lot of like there's a lot that they got going on like that's better than us, you know. I had a moment of thinking about that one time when I don't know if you were in Philly with us during Mania week
Yeah.
at Dave and Buster's watching WrestleMania.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just like had two beers with a bunch of dudes, which is just like not typically my thing, you know.
Hmm.
And like you just like we're out smoking and you have this moment of like that those people do that all the time. They'll sit around with their friends and have a couple beers
Yeah.
all the time. And I'm like, oh, that's like when people talk about the low quality of life we have in America,
Hmm.
like it's not the quality of living, it's that. It's like we're not sitting around with our friends as much as we should. We're not
Right.
like, I'm not even much of a drinker, but we're not like having get that 2 or 3 beer buzz and like talk shit with your friend as much as we
Yeah.
used to because like, we're just an economic superpower. We're not like we're a culture superpower. We're like a technology superpower. We're not like a. I mean, we party, we have fun. And this is. I know a lot of people in the country that do live this life you're talking about.
Hmm.
So maybe I'm wrong, but it's true. Like I didn't have that in my life a lot because I'm very focused on what I'm doing and like yada yada. I've already built relationships with a lot of my friends. But that just moment right there, looking over outside, I was like out in the parking lot so we could smoke, and it was like out over the water on the bridge. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
For Philly, and it's like, damn, man, this is beautiful. Like that's the quality of life that people have in those countries that we
Mhm.
might not necessarily have, even if they don't have a fucking their house doesn't have a concrete base. It's just
Yeah,
dirt.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
that. I struggle with that end of like the true darkness that is in a lot of these places that
Mhm.
you can't stay for like very long. But those are just such big truths. You know, like. Well, just like there's happy people and unhappy people here,
Right.
like there's the grandma who fucking hand washes that concrete with soap on her porch every morning because they're so
Yeah.
proud of their shit, like you're saying. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? They're much cleaner than me, dude, because I'm just a white kid that's had money all the time. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not dirty and stinky, but like I'm very messy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're not. They're very proud of the little things that they got
Right.
and shit. And that's just, I mean, America's still the best, but like we don't come here. People don't come here for that. They
Yeah.
come here to make money.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's
And
interesting.
we take everything we have for granted. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Kind of like what we were saying at the beginning. We so caught up in all the superficial things that we don't really take the little things that we have. You know, we don't really appreciate it.
we get to. I mean, y'all got together for July. I got together with some of my really good friends for July. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That shit's beautiful. And to be fair, you probably should focus on your goals and like your friends should understand that. Yada yada yada.
Hmm.
But damn, it was just a moment. Like that's all I'm gonna do when I'm in South America in Mexico is like try to have a good time with like
Right. Right.
my
Right.
friends that are my people I'm meeting and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Got anything else, man?
Uh.
Travel.
Nah, man. Nah.
Tell us where Jay Lucas is at. Put yourself over real quick. Jay Lucas,
Um.
big fucking GCW superstar. He's coming. I'm gonna talk him into coming with me this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. July 14th, I'm at Now That's Wrestling.
Hell yeah.
On Monday.
Oh shit, that's right. Shout out
Yeah. Yeah.
Renegade.
Yeah. 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 I'm taking on the young goat Myron Reed.
You got Myron at
Yeah, bro.
Renegade?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go see that.
Yeah. 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 And August 3rd, I'll be at GCW in Jersey.
Oh, you going up there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I'll be at Homecoming. I think that's the 24th. Yeah, yeah. So I'll be there.
Sick. Sick. Very cool, Jay Lucas. Thank you. I know this is you're not always super comfortable with these things, so thank you very much. Thank you for coming out.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. You're the dog. This is Hostel Bob's Travel Podcast. No world saving, no wrestling. Bob's here.
Hey, yo.
Hey yo, dude. Thank